So today we will study collector 2, base bias, biasing circuit. Collector 2, base bias, biasing circuit. The circuit diagram is like for a common emitter NPN transistor is as emitter is earth, this is base, this is collector, and here we have a VCC battery. This is the biasing battery connected here. RC is the resistance connected to collector, and here we connect base resistance. So the name of the circuit is collector to base bias. The base emitter junction is biased with the help of giving a feedback from the collector towards the base. Feedback from the collector of the transistor, it is fed to the base, and this feedback gives us the specific value of Q point, and it stabilizes the Q point that is found for this circuit. So now we will show the various currents. Here base current, collector current, emitter current. Base current flows this way, base current. So if we apply the Kirchhoff's law at this point, the current here, it will be this. IB plus IC current comes, IC goes towards the collector, IB goes towards the base, and they again unite and gives us emitter current. Here voltage VBE, it is a potential difference between the base and emitter, and here the voltage is, if we mark it like this, it will be VCE, this voltage. This is the potential difference between collector and emitter. So here the name of the circuit is collector to base bias. It is because here feedback is given to the base from the collector, and as it stabilizes the Q point, so it is called biasing circuit. So now we will see how it stabilizes the Q point, how alterations of temperature and change of transistor beta, it is due to change of transistor unit. How these two changes are compensated by this circuit. Now we will see this, that how all these changes are seen. So if we say due to temperature rise or due to this beta, due to temperature rise or due to change of beta, if IC increases in the circuit due to thermal runaway, if IC increases in the circuit, then how this circuit stabilizes this change, nullify this change. Now we will see this. So if IC increases, due to increase of IC, the potential difference across RC will increase. If this current increases, potential difference across this resistor, it will increase. Due to this, the potential at point C, it will decrease, because potential at point C, it is equal to VCC minus IC plus IB RC. Simple Ohm's law. So if IC increases, VC decreases, and if VC decreases, then it is fed to base. It is fed to base. Then we say VB, it also decreases. This voltage is fed to base by a base resistor. If this voltage decreases, this voltage also decreases. So if this voltage decreases here, then it will result in IB decreases. If IB decreases, then as IC, it is equal to beta IB. If IB decreases, then IC decreases, and it compensates the increase. So in this way, collector to base bias circuit stabilizes any change due to temperature and any change due to change of transistor unit. Both are compensated. If IC increases, this one. So in this way, this circuit is a very suitable circuit. Very simple circuit with one resistor connected to base, one resistor connected to collector, and with one biasing battery. So this is a very simple circuit, and in this way it stabilizes the Q point. Now the second question is how we can find the Q point for this circuit. So now we will discuss for that. So now we will find the operating point. Operating point is value of IC and VCE. The specific values of collector current and VCE, they give us operating point. So for this, we will apply Kirchhoff's law for input section. We will apply Kirchhoff's law for input section. This is the input section. VCE to collector, through RB to base, emitter to earth. So if we apply Kirchhoff's law, then what we will get? VCC, it is equal to IB plus IC RC plus IB RB plus BBE. So this is our Kirchhoff's law. IB is very small as compared to IC. So we can ignore this. So IBRB, it is equal to VCC minus VBE minus ICRC. So RB can be calculated like this. So this is the first output that we get from the circuit, the value of RB. So by using this formulation, if we calculate a suitable value of RB and connect that value here, then this circuit will behave properly as a collector to base bias, biasing circuit. We can also modify this relation using this formula. As we know, beta, it is equal to IC over IB. Then IC, it can also be written as beta IB. So if we substitute this value here, then this formula also modified can be useful for other calculations as well. Another formula for calculation of base resistor. Now we come to calculation of IC. Again we apply Kirchhoff's law. For the input section, current into resistance, potential difference between base and emitter. This is the biasing battery. Here we can write it like this. VBE goes on other side. Here we can use this formula. So it will be if we take IB common, it will be beta RC plus RC plus RB. It is beta plus 1 RC plus RB. As beta is very large, so we can neglect 1 and it comes out to be so from this formulation we can get the value of IB as so this is the formula for IB, and as we know VBE, it is of the order of 0.7 volt, very small value. So neglecting this, we can also write it as, so this is the value of base current, and from the base current we can easily calculate IC using this formula. So the value of IC comes out to be beta times IB. So it is dividing each term numerator and denominator by beta. This is the formula for IC. So this is the first operating point parameter for this very circuit. So now our second aim is we will calculate VCE, and for this we will apply Kirchhoff's law in output circuit. Output circuit. Look here, this one. So it will be VCC IB plus IC current into resistance plus VCE. Current into resistance plus this potential difference. So this is a Kirchhoff's law for the output circuit. So from this output circuit, now we will try to find this. So it is very simple calculation. Here we neglect this term. Why we neglect this term? Because IB is very small as compared to IC. So this formula will be simplified as, so VCE, it will come out to be so this is the second parameter for operating point. IC calculated this using this formula, VCE calculated using this formula. And for saturation, as we done for other circuits, VCE is taken to be 0. So if we substitute here, so IC, saturation current, it will be VCC divided by RC. So now we come to merits of the circuit. It is a very simple circuit. We calculate the RB and connect it here. Other end connect to the collector and we will get the circuit. Very simple circuit using very one single battery, bicycle battery VCC. So this is a very simple circuit. Number 2, it applies, gives us stabilization relative to temperature as well as beta. Both kind of stabilizations are there. There is also a demerit. Demerit is gain. If we use this circuit in a transistor amplifier, no doubt it stabilizes the choke point very effectively, but it reduces the gain of the amplifier. It is because it is a common emitter amplifier. Here output is out of phase with input. Output is out of phase with input. That is, if we give positive peak here, here we will get a negative peak. And when we fed this through the collector to the base, as output and input both are out of phase, so negative feedback takes place. And due to the negative feedback, from collector to base, gain will reduce. So this is the demerit of this circuit. So now coming to the numerical for this circuit. find the operating point for the circuit. VCC is 20 volt, RC is 1 kilo ohm, RB is 100 kilo ohm, beta is 100, and VB is 0.7 for the circuit. So here formula of IB that we have derived, we will use this formula. Substitute the values. RC is 1 kilo ohm, 1000. It is 100 kilo ohm. So it is 2 lakh. So this is IB. So now IC, beta IB, beta is 100. So IC is 9.6 milliampere. Next is VCE. Formula is milliampere 10 to the power minus 3. RC 1 kilo ohm. So VCA is 10.4 volt, and this is our required operating point. We wish to find operating point. Operating point is 9.6 milliampere, comma 10.4 volt. This is our required operating point. So this completes the topic for collector to base biasing circuit. It is a very good circuit, but the gain of the circuit, when it will be used in the amplifier, it will reduce the overall gain due to negative feedback. So this drawback of the circuit, it can be improved in the next kind of biasing circuit, that is called voltage divider bias circuit. So that will be discussed in our next lecture. Thanks a lot.